Hi friends, so I want you to guess the personality of Casey looking at this video. Yes, my dear friends. So uh, she's an extroverted person, encouraging, supportive, and collaborative manager, and often creates a happy environment in the office. She takes action with everyone, but often rushes to start and then gets stuck. She isn't thorough planner, though a great motivator. Her style is influence. In the disc profile, it is referred to as I influence. And she cannot take grumpy people around her. She's an eternal optimist. It is difficult for her pleasing personality to give strong and tough feedback, and that may cost her, some her work, lapses in her work. But it is difficult for her to give constructive feedback. Sometimes the communication style gets passive aggressive. If you look at the map here, Casey's dot falls towards the edge and in the middle of the I quadrant. And so she is strong, influential person. Her style of leadership is also influence. Now she enjoys relating to people. She's optimistic, enthusiastic, she's expressive and often loud communicator. She can get talkative. She's excited to start new projects but sometimes fails to see it through to the end. Reluctant to be the bringer of bad news, and as I said, she doesn't like to give feedbacks that are very strong and curt. She also relies on her gut instinct while taking decisions. It's not just data driven. Her self worth is tied to a social circle she belongs to. She may rush you into work. She loves to be praised in public, and she is generally in high energy. If you look at the shading based upon her answers to the questions, in the psychometric assessment for DISC, she has covered most of I, some bits of S, which is steadiness, a little bit of, conscientiousness, which is methodical and, structured planning, and some parts of D, which is action oriented drive. So we can say for sure people with I style have encouragement, action, and collaboration in their behavior, but with Casey, it stretches even to support. Her management preferences are to develop warm and collaborative relationship with team members and keep them moving. A very optimistic and visionary, mindset where she wants to achieve a lot. She promotes a lot of creativity, inspires others, supports people, when they have their concerns and frustrations. And considering the needs and opinions of others is very important for her because she wants to belong to the social circle and not just belong but stand out. Energy trainers for a person who is a influential person who likes to shine and who likes to get work done in collaboration with others is giving people unpleasant feedback, being forceful or insistent with others, making tough decisions independently, working steadily towards long term goals because they're very short sighted, so sometimes they do not look into the long term vision, managing challenging or skeptical people who keep asking questions, digging deep, So because these people are not very detail oriented, so it becomes very difficult for them to answer them. Being unable to use the intuition, having to slow down their pace because they like to rush things, having to reprimand people, and dealing with angry and argumentative and dominant people. Now, how do they direct and delegate? So, suppose you are planning to hire a manager. Now, how would this manager actually direct and delegate? What are the strengths and what are the limitations in that? So, the strengths are, of course, they will create a very enthusiastic environment. They will give direction in a friendly, positive manner. They will make people feel important contributors. They will support, collaborate, encourage creativity in execution, and they will always be available for their team because they're very socially driven. And of course, reward seeking, praise seeking. So they will always want to be in the good books. What are the challenges? They cannot push people to complete the tasks. And judging people's ability or competencies without overestimating them, that is one possibility that they will not be able to do it. Giving clear, detailed explanations of things, analyzing options before assigning tasks and not just going by their gut feeling or getting swayed in the emotion, highlighting the importance of the tasks, and then creating a reliable setting which is more stable, and keeping things under the wraps because they like to talk, so sometimes they may spill information. Now, I versus D style. There are four kinds of people in her team that she will be dealing with. One is very commanding, direct, dominant decision maker. She respects her competitive spirit and gives her opportunities to excel and credits her for her skills and competitiveness. Let's see what are the challenges and what are the ways she would handle such a colleague. So, I versus D style. When less experienced, a D style comes right across, in her team. She needs to understand that she cannot confuse confidence with competence. Generally, going by the face value and giving them very important responsibilities can become or can backfire. Review their plans before they move ahead. Check in often enough to make sure that they are on track. Have them check with you before any risky decisions are made. Let them know that they will be given more autonomy as they gain experience, because D style is more direct, more dominant style. They need autonomy and they need to take decisions and work independently, so that needs to be controlled in some ways. For experienced D people, how can she deal with? Show them the most practical way to be productive. Be direct about the results you expect. Don't go round robin because they will not have the patience, they just want direct feedback. Set a deadline and let them figure out how to proceed. Give them that independence. Don't micromanage them. Make sure they understand the consequences of their shortcuts and specify the limits of their authority while allowing them some autonomy, because otherwise they will write on your head. And as the I style, as the Casey is already in the I style, she is a pleaser and she wouldn't want to be cross with her teammate, and so it is very important from the beginning to start set the reporting structure in place. Then I versus I. This is another one, just like her, an extroverted influencer, drawn to conflicts. She handles her by praising in public, rewarding her, keeping her away from conflicts, grapevines, but letting her work in a team, enthusiastically and in a spirited way. So let's see how she would handle an I, teammate. So less experienced I person would make sure that they don't lose track of details. Give them plenty of encouragement. Give them a checklist. Limit their socializing. They'll be like, butterflies in the social scenario, but you need to limit it because they will waste a lot of time. Check their understanding, since their enthusiasm might hide a lack of clarity. Hold them accountable for missed deadlines or skipped steps. Make sure you check the documents that they give you, read it carefully for errors. Allow them, if they're experienced, allow them to take lead in group settings. Make them go over the details, make time to go over the details with them, because they will definitely skip a lot of fluff. Encourage them to keep moving forward. Acknowledge their contributions publicly, recognize them, share your credit with them. Constructive feedbacks to, you know, bring the best in their personality. Follow up with them a lot to keep them on track and on the schedule. Now let's understand another team member who's steady, goal oriented, calm fellow who likes to support team and hates conflicts. This one needs a lot of validation from team and needs things to be steady, cannot take abrupt changes. So Casey, how would she handle him? She cannot handle him by just letting him go, independent. It's like, the horses with blinkers. So she needs to set watertight targets for them and give them a specific roadmap to walk on, and make sure he's following a routine so he isn't upset and can give his best. Sincere, genuine praise and support for this team member is his reward and drive. Let's see. So when a less experienced, steady style person walks in, you give them clear step-by-step directions. You ask questions to confirm their understanding and check in with them frequently. Refrain from giving them too much responsibility too quickly. Avoid pushing them to move ahead before they are ready, and give them a proper SOP. While the experienced S-style people, you can again ask them enough questions to elicit their concerns, because they will not be the one who will be very vocal about their concerns. Give them additional responsibilities when they seem ready for challenges, because they're very responsible people. Encourage them to take initiative. Give them set targets like blinkers, as I've already mentioned. Make yourself available as an advisor, right? Ask them directly what kind of support they need. Give them a routine, and of course, sincerely praise them. Now we are entering into a zone where you need to really handle with care. So the I style can make many errors, but there is one eye that is noticing each and every error, and this is just the opposite to the I style. And to manage them, they really have to step up and change, learn a behavior so that they can actually handle the conscientious ones. This person thrives on reliability, thorough planning, objectivity, pragmatism. He cannot be rushed without proper information. He needs to see the end before he begins. And he's one like, he likes one-on-one meetings, does not like public declarations. Casey can help him with opportunities where he can work on his expertise quietly, giving him compliments for his unique and genuine contributions privately, personally. She can write emails, draft strategies and policies for him or with him to study, and take him his time to act upon it rather than rushing him into it. She respects that she has to respect that he is different from her loud style of leadership, and often use the phrase "take your time" with this fellow. So let's see what she can do in this style. So if a less experienced but C-style person is around Casey or is in the team, she has to avoid forcing them to collaborate unless it's necessary. They don't need to collaborate. They are independent contributors. Help them achieve quality without putting deadlines at risk, because these people are perfection seeking, and so deadlines do not work very well with them. Unless they really have good chunk of time, they will not be able to produce the work, or complete the work. Communicate with clarity rather than enthusiasm. Make sure you have all the resources checked for errors that they need. Check in to make sure they aren't getting bogged down. And if there's experienced C person, who's there in the team, then check in when necessary to ensure forward progress. Encourage them to ask for more direction if they need. Do not follow up too much. Do not micromanage again. Listen to their concerns about quality without interrupting. Just listen, okay? It is difficult for the I to actually give a thorough ear to a person, but this is very important for the C style to be heard. Allow them to work independently when possible. Give them the opportunity to help solve complex issues. They love challenges, okay? So let's see now what motivates each one of them. Though motivation is intrinsic, however, based on the preferred style, you can create an environment where they can perform at their best, right? So for example, if suppose a C style person would be making a pizza, I mean, there are people waiting for that, but they would be working with finesse and perfection. So here comes the pizza. As per Casey's report, she creates an environment of motivation by delivering positive feedback and making people feel good about their contributions. She also is an optimistic, enthusiastic, energetic person, so it is contagious, and she brings that spirit to her team, to her place of work. And Casey is passionate and full of high spirits, and that inspires people to again move quickly. Casey builds teams, people feel a sense of belonging, camaraderie. Casey puts confidence in others, they feel empowered to use creative approaches. Casey is trying to be understanding and patient. Workers are less frustrated than attempting new things, when attempting new things. Now let's see how does she motivate the D style. These styles, demotivators are, they have to follow a routine, they have to like a foot dragging, something that's very slow and is not finishing, being under tight supervision, having their authority questioned or overruled, feeling like their time is wasted, having to wade through a lot of details. Now, motivators for a D style, which Casey needs to know, is explain big picture, bottom line purpose of new projects, and that's about it. Do not drag the conversation. Reward their top performers with more responsibility and autonomy. Create a competitive environment. They love a little bit of competition and healthy conflicts. Compliment them directly when their initiative and drive helps the organization. Give them credit for their work and ideas that lead to team success. Offer them opportunities for advancements when they seek new challenges. For I style, the demotivators are when they are isolated from others, they are working in a reserved, slow paced setting, having their contributions go unrecognized. They are performing routine or repetitive tasks, wading through a lot of details, working with pessimistic or critical people when they are amongst too many conflicts. Motivators for I style are, they are praised in public, they're giving them a shout out, being called the life of a party, reward them by giving them opportunities to shine, making friends, networking. These are motivators for an I style. Recognize their contributions by recommending them for awards or advancement opportunities. Motivating the S style. So the motivators is competitive environment. They are collaborative seeking, collaboration seeking people. So competitive environment is unhealthy for them. Having to change direction abruptly, they cannot take changes. Being rushed into quick decisions. dealing with cold and argumentative people, being forced to improvise, being in chaotic situations, lack of steadiness and structure. Motivators for an S style are: they reward their steady contributions to team success by making them feel like a vital part of a team. Give them more responsibility and let them know you trust them to deliver reliable results. Offer sincere praise but avoid putting them in limelight. They do not like it. Encourage them to consider advancement and opportunities you feel they're ready, since they're unlikely to ask. Let's move to the C style. They are demotivators. There are various demotivators. One, being required to work collaboratively, receive vague or ambiguous directions, having to deal with strong display of emotions, being forced to let errors slide, having to make quick decisions, being wrong, being rushed, not listening to their insights with patience. And the motivators are: explain the purpose of the task logically rather than enthusiastically, keep your enthusiasm and excitement down, give them plenty of time to process information, compliment them privately by highlighting specific aspects of their performance that stand out. Thank them for their unique contributions they make by ensuring high quality standards. Reward them by providing new opportunities to complete challenging projects independently, and encourage their growth by offering advancements to build expertise in new areas of interest. So, this way, she is covering all the aspects of the various people she's dealing with in her office, and dominance, influence, conscientious, and steadiness. If she understands the motivational factors, their fears, their behavioral strengths, and their limitations, she can, of course, manage them better. And so it is like, to each his own. There are different ways to handle different people, and you can't have one straight way with everyone in your office or around you. And so, with that, thank you very much. I hope this presentation brought some clarity to you.